Back with another video for you guys. So the topic of this video is the lady right here that we're going to talk about and watch a video of. She claims to be the cleaning lady for the people who are billionaires, apparently. Okay, and she's saying the billionaires ain't the one who complaining about when it comes to dating the billionaire men. They ain't saying that, yo, so what do you bring to the table? Why should I date you? Things of that nature. All right, so we're gonna get more into the details as we watch this video. Let's get into it.
So I'm a housekeeper for the top 1% that lives in Florida, and these are the things that I've heard while working with them. So when everyone says that women need to bring things to the table to get chosen for a life of providing, when you meet billionaires and you're around them, you could see that statement is nothing but the truth. The only ones that scream that is the broke. The rich, their wives, the highest degree one of them had was a dentist, but that was the highest one. And I know many billionaires. They're more like they never had a degree. They went to college. They go to college. This is the thing. They go to college and universities, the top universities, to find husbands. And then they'll get like a teaching degree and never use it. So many of these women already had kids from a previous marriage. They were either middle class or they had no type of money.
Hold on, yo. If you don't have that type of money, how are you ending up in these expensive ass schools that you find billionaires at? Her story ain't matching up. And she said that these people have like kids from the past. First of all, man, when you are a billionaire, right, with a big B, you got access to pretty much everything, pretty much almost everything. Why the hell would I work my ass off and I became a billionaire with a big B? I'm gonna go and choose somebody who got like 3 kids with other people. I don't know. What kind of simp is that? But I don't really think billionaires move like that. I don't think so. Unless, billionaire is like 60 years old and he got his own kids with other people and now they're not in a relationship, but he's still in the life of the kids and all that. But they all look like grown and all that. So he don't really care because he understands that he had a, past with wife and kids and now the kids all grown up. And I understand that you had a past with your husband and your kids and they should be, in their teens at least, when you're that age. First of all, man, I don't know any billionaire who's like young. So when you are a billionaire, you're touching 50 and up. It doesn't make sense to me because when you're a billionaire, even if you're 50, 60, whatever, you have access to a lot of young women too. A lot. Why would you wanna pass on all the, I'm talking about young, I'm talking about like 25, 22, 25, no kids.
Sometimes I have one client that she had 3 children, single mother, low income. She met her husband one day. He is a billionaire and he is the creator of it's like a sausage hot dog brand that sells all over like Walmart and everywhere. So that is nothing further than the truth of what do you bring to the table. You don't have to bring nothing to the table, sweetie. If you're cute, you can manage the house. What the most they do is like cook them, not even cook, like go to like a marketplace and get pre-made sandwiches.
Fuck no, man. I think she's lying because check this out. When you a billionaire, man, your wife ain't gotta cook. You gotta have a chef. What's she talking about? She gonna go to the market and get pre-made sandwiches. You guys tell me, if you guys had $1 billion in bank account right now, you wouldn't have your private chef? Top of the line? You still want your wife to cook? Man, you ate for like your whole life, what she had to cook for you. Your wife needs to catch a break too when you're a billionaire, man. My wife ain't lifting a finger if I was a billionaire. How many kids you got? 4? Guess what? I'm gonna get nanny for each of my kids. Is gonna be a 1 nanny if I'm a billionaire. I got chef, I got chauffeurs, I got people who taking care of my house, housekeeping 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? And the people who cut my lawn, my yard, my swimming pool, gonna taken care of. All that shit is being done by people, man. My wife ain't cooking. She's capping.
And waters for the house. And you, even then, you can get a housekeeper. Most of these people have nannies. All of them have nannies. So they're not really with their children. They'll travel to like different countries with their girlfriends. Like one client that I have, she was going to the Bahamas. Her 2 sons had a nanny. And the husband was with the nanny and the 2 sons in Florida. She was in the Bahamas with her friends for a month. She came to Florida so she could see her 2 sons and her husband. She stayed for about 2 days and she's like, you guys are annoying me. And then she went and took a trip to Italy with her friends. And mind you, she got a private jet. She gave away 2 suitcases with like the roller skate. So it's like a suitcase that's connected to a roller skate. $400 suitcases, 2 of those. And she gave it to us for free because she's like, why do I have to rush to the airport? What is there to rush for? The private jet's waiting for me.
Okay.
This is the people we talking to. This is the people that we see day to day. And then we go on TikTok and we see what you bring to the table, pop the balloon, all this stuff. And I'm like,
yeah, but those guys are not billionaires. Most of these people that you're talking about, they are gonna be bringing their income together to run a household. I don't know what type of la la land that she living in, but yo, how many people you know in your life that they don't combine their income? If the wife have a job, most definitely she's combining the income with the husband income because that's the only way they can run the house. But let me say this too. If that same man who is going 50-50 with the wifey, right? If he was a billionaire or a millionaire, I promise you, man, he ain't gonna want the wife to contribute financially, period. If you a man, you watching this, bro, you a millionaire, right? Let's just say 100 million, right? You want your wife to go to work still? I don't know any men who think like, yo, I got 100 M in my fucking bank account. I still want this bitch to go to work because, yo, ain't shit free out here. Hell no.
the controversy of, oh, like Ashley Dalton saying that you guys had to lose weight and all these things. The only people that are overweight or regular size, like average size, are the people that get into that lifestyle, is the ones that like they marry the grandson, you know. What? It's not like the big fish that you marry. It's like you marry like one of the people below, and they're millionaires. Millionaires, you can get away with it, but for billionaires, all of them are either on the Ozempic. They're always on a diet. Like one of the clients, she says she's on a caveman diet, only greens and protein. So that's how they lose weight.
The caveman diet is actually pretty good. So nothing wrong with that. I don't agree with Ozempic though.
And trust me, the stories I've heard, like there's this one woman, the same woman that went to Bahamas and everything. She is depressed because she says everything is just too easy to attain. There's nothing really to motivate her in life. So she has depression. The same woman that buys boxes and boxes of aloe and then gives it away for free, and a bunch of Miu Miu Chanel shoes, and just leaves them in the garage in a basket like they're outside shoes. If you know what a mochi is, with a mochi, like, oh my goodness. Like, she just came. She was supposed to go to the Bahamas, but, you know, the Bahamas is getting hit by a really terrible hurricane. She was supposed to go with her best friends, 12 of them, on her private jet and spend 2 weeks there. But, you know, the plans didn't end up the way they did. So she came here with her husband and his friends. Now they're going to spend all the time in Florida on their boat with their jet skis. This is the same woman that gets boxes, like boxes of caviar just because she likes them for a snack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing
This
wrong
is
with
the
that.
same woman when her children turned 18 years old. She still wanted her nanny in her life, so she got a dog. Just so she could be in her life.
Hold on. If your kids are 18, why you need a nanny? Change diapers? Nah. Kids can go and like live their own life. What they need? Kids, all they need is a chef, somebody who do their laundry. If you're a millionaire, billionaire, and I ain't talking about $5 million. I'm talking about 100 million. 50 and up. Yeah, like depends also where you live, right? What state, things of that nature. Kids don't need no nanny, man. Yo, do y'all believe this woman right here? Cause I'm catching a few things that making me seem like that she's lying. She just another content creator. Something to talk about. Okay, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think her story is making sense to me. It might be making sense to y'all, but to me, I think there's some capping going on. But yeah, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys like the content, if you ain't subscribed already, go ahead subscribe. I'm dropping shit like this every day. Um, and if you already subscribed, man, shout out to you. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace and love.